Hi, welcome to my channel. This channel is against the current view of astronomy. I'm saying that we can go to the stars, we can go here, we can reach these stars. So I promise that I take 1 year worth of videos from World Science Festival, Brian Greene interviewing a lot of guys. So this time two NASA guys, I've told you, I've joked in a previous video of mine, like that's a great question.
Yeah, great questions.
So you see, that is a great question.
Great question. So
it is like a verbal tick. I had a few, okay, and things like this. It's like annoying. You must get rid of them. But this is a great question. Are the extraterrestrials exist?
Absolutely. Great question. And that's actually how Woody and I first met.
explore.
Yeah.
And we don't know when we find life, whether we will find intelligent life, but I will be curious whether we find life that has chosen to go inhabit other bodies in the universe.
I mean, whether they have the same kind of curiosity drive that we do.
And drive to go do this
Yeah.
exploration. I have no better reason to do it than how cool is that?
Yeah.
So you see, they are wondering. He is invited two guys. A guy from an astronaut already was at International Space Station. Worked there for 6 months, and he said he runs hundreds of experiments. So.
Great question. It's certainly fun to see the astronauts in the field.
And would you be open to living on a moon base for some extended period of time?
Absolutely. I spent 6 months on the space station, and those were...
Oh, you did?
Those were 6 of the best months of my life, and I had so much fun. And if that had been the moon, I'd be even happier, I guess. We're there to do scientific research, and I did hundreds of experiments while I was up there.
So you see, like I've told you a million times not to exaggerate. Okay, so because in 6 months you have only 100 days, so you run an experiment per day. Okay, but no, it doesn't matter. Okay, this is a great question about extraterrestrials. You cannot have a channel like speaking about the stars, the universe, like this, and to not speak about if they exist. You see, you are believing somehow here are suns, identically are a sun, and they are orbiting and like you see Drake equation.
I'd like to introduce Woody Hoberg, who has degrees in aero and astronautics, electrical engineering, and computer science, and was one of 18 astronauts selected for the Artemis mission in 2020. Welcome, Woody. Great to see you.
Thanks, Brian. Great to be with you.
Also joining us from San Diego is Lauren Edgar, who is a research geologist for the United States Geological Survey, studying the Earth, Moon, Mars through a combination of remote sensing and field techniques. Welcome, Lauren. Thanks for joining us.
Great question. So I also work on the Curiosity Mars rovers.
And they are orbiting planets, and so now aliens exist. The Bible mentioned, why the Bible does not mention the universe, or you see, this is to make something appear not talking about something, you switch the concepts. So the Bible named it not universe because you cannot see where the angels live, extraterrestrials. You named it skies and earth, and they switch with the universe. Now when you read the Bible, sky is heaven, your eyes do not understand that it speaks about the universe. Skies, in the sky happens something. Isaiah the prophet, I will show to you, is full of, listen, it begins like this, listen up the heavens and listen up the earth. So he speaks, I have 44 years old, so I studied philosophy. I discovered that the Big Bang is false. So, but now you see extraterrestrials exist. You cannot have a channel speaking about the cosmology, astronomy, and that the science is wrong, and not speak about extraterrestrials. I already made some videos, but so okay. So in this video you will see a few cuts from Zechariah the prophet. I read them. I feel the monitor is easier for me to do like this, not to Okay, it is for me. Okay, but from Zechariah the prophet about angels. So okay, so this is the fourth part. From Zechariah the prophet. This is the King James. I believe that is not very good translation, but from the King James. So for the better, if it is a bad translation, but for the better, if you occur something, then I say, "Oh my Lord, what are these?" And the angel that talked with me said unto me. So an angel appears, an angel. This is our aliens. These are extraterrestrial. I will show you what are these. And the man who stood among the myrtle trees answered, he said, okay, and here it is a bad translation, because here it is saying to surround the earth. So it implies that it is round. So in some translation and in Romanian it says they were sent to go around the earth. So it says that the earth is round. Okay. And they answered to the angel of the Lord that stood among the myrtle trees and said, we have walked and you see, but it says and surrounded the earth. Okay, you'll see maybe another translation. From the King James. Then the angel of the Lord answered and said, O Lord of hosts, how long? Okay, and the Lord answered the angel that talked with me, and it is within me, like in a translation, like in a telepathic manner, inside the head. It is so not with me, within me, inside me. The angel talked inside me, like so. The angel that communed with me said unto me, you see. So the first part of angels. So these are extraterrestrial. They switch the name with extraterrestrials, from not from Earth, rational minds. You see, so this is what I'm telling you. I will make many videos and to show to you from the Bible that they speak about the angels, the extraterrestrials. So I've told you, you switch if you name it extraterrestrials, aliens, okay? But the Bible names them angels, good angels and bad angels. They were knowing this. But what it is with them, where they live, where they are, when they were made. Okay, you see, God, in the beginning, God said as He created a man, two men, like Adam and Eve, two. Like, but angels, how many? You see, there is an Orthodox religion, the mankind is made to replace. Some of them say it, like Maxim. There's a saint, Orthodox, lived in 600 after Christ. It said somehow this creation he made to replace the angels. So now you are you wonder in yourself how many there are, how kinds of, how see. So but the Bible is full. It speaks about angels. So look, Zechariah still only from Zechariah. The prophet. I will show to you from the Apocalypse, from many prophets from the Bible. They are peer angels, have technology, and I will show to you all of this from the Bible. So, but only from the Zechariah. Then I lifted, I'm up my eyes, and so, and behold, 4 horns. And I say unto the angel that talked with me, what be these? And he answered, these are the horns which have scattered Judah and Israel and Jerusalem. And you see, he speaks with words. And Saint Paul says, if I know all the languages of the angels, if I don't have so they have languages. If I don't have love, I am nothing. So he says that somehow you can know the languages of the angels. Okay, so if you understand, this is a great question. I've told you in space, Deep Space Nine sci-fi movie, or if you guys that are genetically altered, then they only said this to enter interdict area. So this is a stupid question. So these guys have like a verbal tip. This is a great question, and they entered in this space station. That one with Bashir and Quat, okay. So you see, are like us. You see from Star Trek movies. You imagine them with hands. With the rational mind is the same. It is the same. Who made rationality? Who made them? You see, like the people, the man was one human and one man. The beginning, the animals. So what I wanted to tell you, supplementary, the angels, how they are. You see, it is said that mankind was originally intended to be immortal somehow, and through the falling, the life. So you see about the moon, about the moon creation. You see, all of these are said. So you replace this. You make already the moon billion years from Earth. You see a rock like this, like geologist, okay, and then you are already prepared to light. You identified the moon 3 billion years. Now you are wondering why they did not go. Maybe God interdict until you recognize something. That's why maybe you will be a coalition or something, a Christian coalition, and to make a knock like a written knock to say that we believe that the life originated on this planet. They already seeing chemistry, life chemistry on you see, and but okay, so that this is one of my ideas, okay, so.
That's a great question, and something that we would certainly need to see, proven and identify different units and their different ages. And the goal is really to make sure that these astronauts, when we send them to the moon, will be able to make those great geology decisions. And
what do you anticipate that we might learn from these samples?
Yeah, so our geology goals really center around 4 categories. We're interested in the volatile history, as we talked about. We're interested in regolith processes and space weathering, kind of talked a little bit about that with OSIRIS-REx. We're interested in the impact history, particularly how that affects all of the inner solar system and how we might be able to get some better samples for age dating. And then also understanding the moon as a model for rocky planet formation. So the moon is, has been a witness plate for a lot of what has occurred here on Earth. And by bringing back some of those samples and the geology observations that the astronauts are making when they're walking on the surface, we'll hopefully gain a new understanding in all of those areas.
I thought how big to make this video, but you see, you do not understand many things. There are videos on internet about extraterrestrial, chariots of God, even Danicon, and guys like this. Okay, but you understand that the aliens exist, that influence Earth, appear in the Bible. Already were when guarding, it put to guard the entrance, cherubim, if you know the entrance back in the okay, and appears Moses put them like. The tent was the first church representing the sky, the cosmos. You see, the church is like a model, a geometrical model of heaven. And Moses saw them you see in the church was painted on the walls on the Ezekiel the prophet, when they build the temple again, because they did not have, you are imagining that, but they did not have only a tent. And God says in the Bible somehow, I don't want a church I wanted intended this tent, because the tent is a representation of the sky and many things, you see. So in the apocalypse he sees the new heavens and new earth, like a new universe, and he sees not, he doesn't see anymore a church but again, when they build on David time 1000 years before Christ, they painted them the cherubims on the walls all over the place, and Ezekiel sees the cherubims, okay? So rational minds is telling you how they are looking, how they are in chapter 1 and 10. I will speak about this stuff, okay? So watch another part and again, and behold, so he speaks with the angels, basically. If you see, it's full of, and behold, the angel that talked with me went forth, and another angel went out to meet him. You see, so they are space-time beings, you see, and different. There are difference between them. Two angels, and said unto him, and they spoke between them. You see, an angel spoke with another angel, and he run speak to this young man, saying, you see, so, and he heard what the angels spoke between them. Okay, so you see, they have languages. And again, you see, and he showed me Joshua, the high priest, standing before the angel of Lord. You see, and Satan like an angel, you see, Satan standing at his hand to resist him. So you see, like bad angels, like angels of, it mentioned the fight between angels in the apocalypse. I will show to you this, that the angels fight between them. I will show to you this. Okay, so you see, they okay, you see, so okay. So this is maybe a messed up video somehow, but it's the first one, and I will say how many people they will watch. So how many angels they are? How many? When they were created, they are rational minds. You see, they are not originated from here. They moved here maybe. Same Peter says there was before skies, before ours, before our galaxy, before our universe. Okay, how you are saying the universe? You can see only our galaxy like this. Before our skies, says the same Peter, existed skies prior us. In the second letter, third chapter, the cosmological chapter, in the apocalypse, is full of angels. So this question must be asked, and there you see already in the Judges a war between angels, and he says like in the skies were fighting between them. Okay, and then you do not understand in the Gospels. The angel come, or they pull down you see, they appear, they speak with the shepherds, blessing above to the angels, and you see they switch the concept. Extraterrestrial do not understand, they appear many times. They give themselves like ancient gods, the bad angels. Mars, Jupiter, the names of the bad angels. Basically, they had temples in Turkey, and they manipulated mankind from the beginning through bad science and bad religion and things like this. Religion is a science. So you understand why I make this kind of videos. So you understand that the science is wrong, and they say they exist they do not look like ours, like us or not. You see, they have technology. It said in the Judges again Judges book, it has something in his hand and a staff, like, and it touches a stone, and a stone produces fire. So it had something, an object in it. So in the apocalypse, they are presenting having stuff. Okay, so you do not understand the angels of God, because you see, how do you are identified yourself? You are a Christian. You are like that. That's why, you see. But a rational mind, some of them were falling, and they are saying that the mankind is made to replace the falling angels. We do not know how many until I do not know. We do not know like this. You see, I do not know how many they were created. Two angels like Adam and Eve, and they multiplied. It's somehow fair that they have children like bad angels, the demons, to still have angels. Okay, so they multiplied. They were made all of them at once, and you see why. But you speak about this stuff in the future, but let me tell you that I believe there exists, and I present to you like I presented this video many parts from Zechariah the prophet. Okay, to show to you that it really exists. Okay, you see, it is said like in a Christian Orthodox religion, is said that the men are to replace the angels, falling angels. So now, like they are appointed to meet people after death. Joshua could be the Joshua of Moses, the apprentice of Moses. So you see, he had filthy clothing. So when it's about the soul, I believe. Okay. Because Joshua was like a king. He does not have filthy clothing, okay, and was a priest. But instead to you, even though he was the apprentice of Moses, says somehow that it has like a soul that must be cleaned. So and the angels, you see, are like after death somehow. After the death, they because you see, it's said that the men are to replace the falling angels. Like, now Joseph was clothed with filthy garments and stood before the angel, and he answered and spoke unto those that stood before him, take away the filthy garments from him, and unto him okay, and I will clothe thee with a change of raiment. So it puts to him, and you see, and as about the soul, I believe this is something that we wear on the head. So you see, like a priest, Moses make this clothing for the priests. So, but it's about the soul, I believe. But when the apprentice, like a king, had filthy clothing, okay, so it takes the angel gives you good clothing for the souls. So somehow another type of clothing for, and the angel of the Lord protest unto saying, okay, so you see, it's full of angels. He speaks with angels, basically. You see.
Yeah, great question. So I have two main points to make.
What can the moon's ancient surface reveal about Earth's early history? Could Mars have been home to life, and might it teach us about the fragility or resilience of habitability?
So you see, they want to go on a moon and make a base like that, to be a base Mars mission. And already light, I'm telling you, Russian light, the Venus planet does not have 50,000 degrees Celsius degrees. And you can see the pictures, not like you can see the last picture from, and the Mars planet really exists. This were made or for us. In the Bible it says that it made the skies to be populated, and there are three gospels. It says you will bring the chosen one from the borders of the skies. He will send angels. So now on the prophet I've showed to you, it says that there will be merchants and multiply their merchants beyond the stars of the sky, it says.
The Artemis II crew has been named. Incredible crew. They're already in the midst of training, and they will fly again fall of 2025 in that Orion spacecraft on board the Space Launch System. They will do a lap around the moon. They're not going to land for this mission. They'll go further from Earth than any human has ever been before, and then they will fly that re-entry profile, and we'll be really happy to have them back home.
Nahum, the prophet, chapter 3, though has multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven. So there'll be corners in the sky, and I will show to you that these things are mentioning the stones of fire of the Ezekiel, that some beings walk between the stones of fire. I will show to you all of this. This is the first. I'll see the video. The first, like in hurry manner, I saw how much material I got, and so that's why I spoke like in a fast manner. So this is a great question. Okay.
Lauren, you care to weigh in on your view of the likelihood of life out there in the cosmos?
Great question. So we're really excited to head back to the moon, and this time go to a very different region of the moon than Apollo explored. So this time we'll be going to the lunar South Pole, or the South Polar region. And one of the reasons why that area is of interest is because of volatiles, things like water ice that might be trapped in some of the permanently shadowed regions there. It's also a very different part of the moon than we've explored previously, and every place you go on a new planetary surface, you learn something new about that planet. So we're really excited to gain these new discoveries.
So this is a great question. I don't that like they exist, but I know even that some of things that they are doing, and so if you understood, I've told you some of them, like from a Bible perspective, because in this manner I'm telling you that the creation is correct. You see that the ages of the moon, they already are prepared to say, you see, this rock has 1 billion years, but when you coagulate a big piece of concrete, you see, you make it at once. You have some material with water, and you evaporate the water and make a planet in a fast manner. So if the Bible is telling you that in one day it made all the stars, you do not believe, because you do not know how the galaxy was made. You see, it was a big ball like this. It says, let there be light. It appeared light. Inside it, the light, it is electricity, and it was full of rocks like this. Some of them become planet, and planets means star still in Greek, but a wandering star, not a fixed star, a star that does crazy things on the sky, but it means a star, wandering star, planet. Okay, so a few of them become planets, like water planets. I'm telling you, the Jupiter, the satellites, the asteroid belts, or the moon. Okay, and few of them become stars. But this is what I'm telling you. You can see, the Bible is not mentioning the ball of material one was produced. Maybe the angels have some material, maybe, okay? It is telling you the Spirit of God was the deep of the big water, deep water also, okay? And made the light inside the waters, split the water into, made a firmament, name it the sky. And he, in this firmament, like a strong, something strong, like even the rakia, like something you drink. And this is preparing to that it starts to be capable of functioning. And then you do not imagine that you can ignite full clouds, like you see multiple thunder like that, and you ignite all the clouds at once. And when you ignite the clouds, if lightning, the pieces are capable of producing light, are ignited. So in this manner, in one day you made a galaxy, if you understand. But maybe someday you will put the question like Michio Kaku and say, maybe the angels made this, they are vast and immortal. And that's why I will speak about these things. This is the first video from the Bible. I will show you even from the Apocalypse. The angels is full of angels. They have technologies. They can cure people a little bit, like an apophryd on the Catholics and Orthodox. They know the cure, so they know the diseases of man. They cure blindness from, okay, the angels. So this is the video for today. This is intersected with this NASA going on the moon. We will go, and the Bible is telling you this, I'm telling you, and it speaks about towns in the sky that they will be, and it speaks about the mankind will be distributed along the border for this galaxy that you are seeing, or the sky is named by in the Bible. And in 3 Gospels he mentions God in Matthew 28 and 24 and Mark and Luke. Okay, the 3 times the same things. They will gather the chosen from the border of the sky. So it's telling you that we go there, and then the angels can have the power to gather from the border of the sky chosen. So I will tell you many things. You'll see many things about angels. I only cut on this video mainly from Zechariah and to show to you from now the prophet. From King James, I'm Orthodox, but the King James, okay, so okay. So goodbye, God bless. So this is a stupid question, good question. So this is my first video about angels. Not that they exist. I'm telling you, they have languages. They speak many languages. So they have a similar rationality, but not maybe bodies like the Klingonians with hands. You see, like this, from light, made from light. Saint Paul says to you that they are bodies, heavenly bodies, but they have another glory, but there is bodies. Okay, it speaks about the bodies of cattle, of insects, and it speaks about have body, that's a celestial body. So there is a body made from with light, is something like this, and have a similar rationality. They communicate, they are talking, they have some technology. I believe that they have ships, but okay, but you will see from the Bible this kind of things. I will tell you. So I'm telling you that the science is wrong. We can go here, we can go here, and okay, and they are not like from here. They are beyond our galaxy. There is a sphere. These galaxies are simply clouds, stars, and we can go here. So some of these angels give themselves are like gods from ancient times, like Mars, Jupiter, Venus. These are gods, okay, like ancient gods. Not only like mythology, they had actual temples, church like 100 meters tall in actual current day Turkey, Mars planet. You see about Mars planet. See? So when you prepare to light about, okay.
But the moon, we believe, formed from an impact with a small Mars-sized planet, often called Theia. So tell us about that, and therefore tell us what the moon provides in terms of insight into Earth's history, as opposed to just into the moon's history.
Yeah, so the origin of the Earth-Moon system was when this Mars-sized body collided with the Earth, and then the moon kind of spun off from there, so we share some of that compositional history. But then as the moon was cooling and forming, it had a magma ocean, and so there were, denser things that crystallized first and formed more of the mantle and the interior of the moon, and then there are lighter elements that form some of that, ancient highlands crust. I think, Apollo brought back the Genesis rock of some of that original material. So there's that history that we can help to test in terms of how planets, cooled and formed.
And so, Woody, there's a chance in the third mission, the third Artemis mission, that one is actually going to attempt to land on the moon, if I understand that correctly. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. So after Artemis 2,
that's correct.
We will proceed with the landing. So Artemis 3 would be that first landing since Apollo. What an exciting time.
Yeah, completely.
SpaceX and Blue Origin, and they'll be working toward providing these human landing system vehicles.
They're going to be human beings walking around the south pole of the moon.
Again, Zechariah speaks with angels. Again, you see, it says in the chapter before that he gave the good clothing for Joshua, the apprentice of Moses. And now it continues somehow. It says, and the angel that talked with me woke me as a man that awakened out of his sleep. So I believe it's about again after death. You see, and he says to you, it's like you are sleeping, and the angels wakes you. I believe, because you cannot explain. You see, another way. He speaks. He saw the clothing, filthy clothing of Joshua, and then in the immediately see above, like here, you see Joshua high priest, okay, and immediately he says okay, the angel waked me as a man awakening from his sleep, and he compares the death like you are sleeping. So now you are wake up by an angel, like to a higher reality, to higher consciousness, to higher is like you're understanding then that this life was like a sleep. Like this is what I believe that is. It is not is like, even though you are believing, so somehow let's say that it was woke up from a sleep, like you see why, like from a normal sleep. And it says, what do you see? Okay, what do you see? And somehow it is telling you that a single unity of a church somehow, and in the heaven there's a church, and so, and even that there was going to be okay, some trees, and like you see again the angel answered and spoke to the angel that talked with me, saying, what are these? Okay. This is like a okay, let's see. Okay, foundation of this house. You see, the has sent me unto you. So God sent, but he like okay, for the plummet is, so this is a bad translation. It's like you are welding in that low temperature material, is like in a Romanian Bible, like you are welding in an electronic piece. So it is you can make also some alloys of copper, a stone, like you see, like that you weld electronically. Okay. When you are prepared already to live, maybe that's why from 1700 from 1970s we did not go on the moon. Maybe God did not let you until you recognize some things. Okay, so this is what I'm telling you. Maybe there will be some coalition and to sign some acts, you see, to say if you will going to go, and you see already on the International Space Station about that 100 experiments. They already, the Chinese space station already go with the rice and different plants. You see, maybe to sign it, not to be treated like Goa'uld on SG1, that like life originated from here, from the moon, from Mars. They are already searching life on other planets. To be not like some Christian to sign to say, we are telling you that the life is originated from Earth, okay, and we admit that the creation of life, like God says on Earth. Maybe until this, God will not let us to put our foothold on and to make a base on Mars, on the moon, or like this. But I'm telling you, we can go to the stars. The stars are close. Okay, the stars are cold, and some bad aliens, they put the bad science all over the humanity, and bad from the beginning, like this Mars planet, like okay, maybe we'll change the name sometimes, or sometime. Okay, the Mars planet. Okay, goodbye, God bless, like, share and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Help me that these things must be find out. I'm telling you, the science is wrong, they are tricking you. We can go to the stars, now is the time, we can colonize the planet. They are tricking all the planet. Okay, this is my fight. Okay, this is what I'm doing. Okay, like, share, and subscribe. Help me. This channel must be find out. Okay, goodbye.
You were asking Lauren whether she'll be in my ear when we're doing spacewalks. The speed of light time to delay to the moon for communications is relatively small.
Half a second.
Yeah.
The speed of light and the Earth-Moon distance. So a second and.
But Mars is going to be 20 minutes. We also get to take care of the place. So all the maintenance, the toilet breaks, you got to fix it.
Yeah. What's your gut sense? I mean, you spoke about, the excitement of finding life, the possibility of life out there. But if you're a betting person, do you bet on there being other life and a preponderance of life in the cosmos?
I'm such a strong I don't know. I think it all comes down to like Drake equation parameters that are hard to quantify, and I think
which is why it really shouldn't even be called the Drake equation. It's like the Drake summary of our ignorance, right? I mean, because there's so much in there that we just don't know.
Again, in this passage, he says in the Romanian Bible that it goes around the earth, and run to and fro through the whole earth, like all over the place, but it's surrounding the earth. Okay. So now you see, he says that he saw 20 cubits, like from like a hand from the top of your fingers, and a cubit, like a half a meter, or like the top of your fingers and like your middle of your hand, like this is a cubit. But you see, it says 20. It's like it enters in a house, says then. So now it says somehow about higher dimensions, because he sees an object, a flying object, you see, and a flying roll, you see, like but it says that it enters in a house, and you cannot put this. It's bigger than any like 10 meters than any chamber, normal chamber. Enters maybe in a big house on kings, like big salons or something, but in a normal chamber does not fit somehow. So, but I believe that, and he gives you the length. You see, 20 cubits and breadth 10 cubits, and this course or the shortcut in. So this is I believe it speaks about somehow a folding of dimensions somehow, and from a small dimension it goes to be big, and something like this. Okay, about dimensions I will tell you maybe another time, as Saint Paul says also about the fourth dimension of space. You see, in the midst of the house, you see, in a house, so you can put that object 20 meters by 10 meters in a normal house. Is like a house big. Okay, and now you see again angel, and the angel that talked with me went forth and said unto me, lift up now thy eyes and see what it is that go forth. And I say, what it is? And he said, this is the, okay, like a bird. And now is another thing, you see, is like it's saying to you, like where the demons are somehow, and they lift it up, the like you put grains with this. Is a measure, like is a measure of volume, between the earth and heaven. You see, between the earth and heaven. And that's why I'm telling you into my channel, the Bible does not mention the universe term, only heaven. This is the universe, the heaven, but this is the name from the Bible, heaven, or the sky. Normal in the Romanian sky, simply sky, like. You see, and he's telling you that they falling angels from the heaven, from the skies of angels, and they are sitting like Saint Paul again says they for him to not to say that they are in heaven, like bad angels. He says that they are like okay, like we have in Romanian an or like văzduh. It's not like quite heaven or a sky. It's like, okay, văzduh is like okay, but they're not to say somehow that the bad angel are in heaven. Okay, so but between, you see, lifted up between earth and heaven is like even on decision, like you are between heaven and earth, undecided somehow, but it's okay. And it's the angel talk to me and says what they are doing with this measure. See, it is measure, and he said to build it a house in the land of Shinar. Okay, but in the Romanian Bible says in the Babylon of Shinar is like in a Arabic peninsula. Okay, but it's telling you that they build houses. Okay, somehow it's telling you that they have a similar and they construct something. So it's like the Jerusalem from Apocalypse comes from the heaven of God. Okay, so this is telling you that they have a similar, like a dark city and a white city, a city of light, like Jerusalem from Apocalypse. I will show to you this. So they are building a city. So they have cities, if you understand. A house, building a house. But it's telling you that it builds okay, with chariots from between two the mountains of brass. Imagine that what he says here, two mountains to be a mountain, not a rock, a mountain, like that hills in you see, like in Scotland, they name a mountain like or a hill or a small hill, but two mountains made on brass we do not have, even though we extract. So what is talking about? You see, a mountain, full mountain made of brass. It speaks many things. I know some of them, but maybe some other time. You see. And he's like in a four horses, like in Apocalypse, with a chariot and 4 horses. A black horse, you see, a white horse, and like in the 4 horses of the Apocalypse. You see, and an angel. I will show to you from the Apocalypse even the same thing. You see, angel again. You see, full of angels. So are the extraterrestrial exist? Look, the Bible is telling you that. And they speak, and they have languages, and they build, they make stuff. You see, spirits. These are the 4 spirits of heaven which go forth from before the Lord. You see, of the earth. Okay, and the Romanian is like winds of heaven, and let's see, covering many senses, but maybe some other time. But like from the first walk through, you cannot get everything. So, but I will comment for who is interested, because you see, my channel is about extraterrestrial, about the universe. So you are wondering, the extraterrestrial exist or not? That's why, you see. So I will show to you that they have technology and they build and many things from the Bible. Okay, all the places that I could identify it. So you cannot speak about the universe, not wonders. You see, even Brian Greene in this channel that I'm commenting with moon and stuff, it thinks about this stuff. Okay, so